Hey YouTube, this is Justin with Alternative Drummer. You know, one of the things with playing electronic drums that people always talk about is whether or not to use the internal module sounds or the sounds from a VST plugin, such as Easy Drummer or Superior Drummer, or something like that. The way I see it is, why does this have to be a choice? You can do both. In fact, yesterday, the video that I uploaded, the section in the middle where I did like a demo song where I was testing out my new Simmons kick drum, the drum sounds you heard in there were basically a combination of my ATV drum module as well as Easy Drummer 2 using the #1 hits EasyX expansion pack. So what I thought I would do today is actually do a little experiment where I'm gonna record myself playing some drums with different sounds on the ATV, and then I'm gonna go into my computer and show you how you can combine sounds creatively to come up with kind of a layered drum sound using your drum module as well as VST plugins. Now, there are free VST plugins. There's not just Easy Drummer and Superior Drummer and all the ones that cost like hundreds of dollars. There's free ones out there that you can use too. So I'll experiment with some of those as well, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so here I am inside of Reaper, and as you can see, I recorded some ATV audio, just stereo left and right, as well as a MIDI track. And what I did is I just went through a few of my favorite presets that I have on the XD3. So right now, all you're gonna hear is ATV audio. Okay, so it sounds pretty good already, but what I wanna do is, you know, I kind of wanna go for something a little bit more unique. You know, some people, when they're doing their drum sound on their computer at home, you know, they like it to sound pretty standard like a regular drum set. This is not a tutorial for you. I like to do kind of unique things with my drums sometimes and, you know, experiment a bit, you know. So if you want to do that too, this is probably something you'd want to try. So anyway, first off, let's go ahead and open up Easy Drummer. We'll start with that, but then I'm going to show you like a free option here too. But let's go ahead and open up Easy Drummer first. Here we go. And what I want to do, well, first off, let's just hear what it sounds like with my default preset in there and both of these together. Okay, so that's just a little bit weird because they're kind of similar, but they're not different enough to really, you know, create any kind of cool effect. So what I want to do is actually go here And I have some Easy X's in here, and one of them that I really like is this #1 hits, because it's a lot of like electronic sounds and things like that. So let's go ahead and select basic first and check this out. So what you're hearing there are both the ATV and the Easy Drummer plugin. And that, to me, already sounds pretty interesting. Let's hear those toms a bit. Let's loop this section here. Yeah, pretty cool. So what you could do too is like, we could go to the mixer section here in Easy Drummer, and then say you wanted to just have, you know, like your toms, or, you know, you don't want every drum to be triggering something electronic. You could, you know, change how that's all mixed here in the mixer section of Easy Drummer. So let's say we just want, you know, like snare drum. We could actually just solo snare drum right here. We don't even have to turn anything down. So let's listen to this now. Let me turn this back up. So yeah, there we just have the triggered snare. And let's go ahead and turn this back. I kind of like the full mix. Let's play with some of these effects a bit. Oops, that sounds terrible. Hold on, let me turn off this loop. That Big Crusher, I'm not crazy about the sound of that at all. Let's try the distortion. There we go. Okay, let's see what we can do with this next section. So what I'm going to do now is actually disable Easy Drummer for the time being. This is how the drums sound on their own. So let's turn this back on. Okay, now let's go ahead and experiment with some other sounds. So let's go here to the presets in Easy Drummer. Let's see what 80 sounds like here. Okay, let's hear just the 80 sound on its own. Now let's blend them back together. And again, you know, I did very little here, but I think that sounds pretty cool, you know, because they're layered and it just adds this fatness to it that either one on its own just doesn't really have. That's both together. I'm going to solo just the ATV. Okay, now I'm going to solo just Easy Drummer. That's both together. Easy Drummer is still a bit too hot. Let me turn it down a little bit. Now, if I really wanted to get crazy, I could come in here and specifically tune every tom. Let's check out the next drum groove here. Okay, and now I'm going to use a different plugin. So let's just go back in here and get rid of Easy Drummer. And let's just go ahead and play back. Go ahead and play back the ATV. Okay, so now I'm going to add in a program called Jamsticks. And this is a free VST plugin that is similar to Easy Drummer, though not exact. And it, you know, it's pretty limited to the free version. There's a commercial version as well, but the free version gives you a few kits to play with. This is just the default kit in Jamsticks. combined with my preset here. I believe this is Music City preset on the ATV, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. Okay, let's solo each of these. Again, here's the ATV. This is both. And here is just jam sticks. So this one really has an ambient sound to it, like kind of a roomy sound. And actually that works quite nicely in combination with the dryness of the ATV. So let's listen to that again. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's really given some kind of 3D tom sounds where like you're hearing one sound in one ear and then another sound in the other ear, which really gives it this unique dimension. Just jam sticks right here. So let's play that back again. Turn it down a bit. Yep. Okay, let me go ahead and export this track now. All right, so now we've got a really crazy experiment to do, and that is to use all the ATV internal sounds, jam sticks, as well as EZdrummer. So let's just layer all three of these plugins together and see what we can come up with. And before I even add EZdrummer, let's duplicate this track. And then we'll get rid of jam sticks in this instance and then add EZdrummer here. So this way we have three different faders that we can play with. Okay. Switch back to a number one hits preset here. And let's give it a listen. Now that is a very weird drum sound. But kind of cool somehow. Okay, let's mess with this a bit more. I'm like really kind of being overloaded with sounds right here. But let's change this up a bit. Let's pick some different ones. Brute, and then let's go here. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and do some creative panning on this one. So here is just EZdrummer. Here's just jam sticks. Let's bring that one up a bit. Now here is just the ATV. Combine them all again. Okay, so this EZdrummer has the thickest bass one, so what I'm going to do is actually pan the ATV and jam sticks so we have that heavy bass drum on both sides, basically. Let's hard pan it. See how strange that sounds. Now that sounds really layered. Now that is pretty interesting. So what was the point of all of this, really? Just to experiment and see what kind of sounds I could come up with. And, you know, that was like just a very quick thing. It would be different if you're mixing it in an actual song. I think it's really beneficial, though, every time you're recording your electronic drums, just to go ahead and record the MIDI as well as the audio. That will give you the most options in your production of what you can do with the drums. And you can actually get very creative with them if you want. You know, if you're using a program like Ableton Live, too, you can even go in and create drum racks and assign individual samples per drum. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. So I don't know. I hope this inspires you to just, you know, think a little bit outside of the box and don't think you have to keep your drum sounds exactly like everybody else's. You know, experiment a bit. Let's make music interesting. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload new content, and I'll see you all really soon. Have a great day.